because your perception was that we are in Greece, everything runs late, you know, they wake up 1 hour after the program starts, and so on and so forth. Okay, my name is Gregory Papanikos. I'm the president of this association that organizes small events every week in Athens, in July. We're a world association, and we call ourselves an institute, so people that they want, our academic members, they want to apply for funding in the European Union, they can have a legal base in Athens, so they can do so, even though our prime concern is not to apply for funding, but to help our members. We call ourselves an institute as a legal entity. So we're a world association, so you are more than welcome to join us, because it's not a Greek association, simply is based in Athens. So, and our mission is very simple, to organize small events that fit in one room, and bring people from all over the world, and exchange ideas about current and future developments of a widely, so to speak, defined discipline. So this is our purpose, and once a conference grows larger, we chop it. We organize a similar and parallel event. So you can see right now, everything started 7, 10, 8 years ago for this conference with an agricultural conference. And then we organized a water conference, and an ecology conference, and then an earth conference, and so on and so forth, because we don't want to have 200 people in one room and organize big event. This is our idea. Maybe it's not ideal, but this is our idea. And this is what we want to do, is to organize small parallel events. Now, our internationality is shown by who is member. Like more than 90%, they come from outside Greece, and they are not Greeks. And some of them, they are of Greek origin, but most of our members are truly international. We have members that they come from 50 different countries. And talking about events, this year we organized 50 such events, and we bring more than 2,000 people. So you will see it throughout this Monday and Tuesday, other people, small conferences, and that's our idea. And we serve this purpose very well, because we have the help of academics from all over the world. So by tomorrow night, if you like what we are doing, you are more than welcome to join us. And lest you think that he wants money, you can join us free, because you already paid the fee. So there's no money involved. And of course, help us with what we are doing. And there are many things that you can do. Help us with the publication, help us with organizing small events, because within the general events we can organize a mini conference, a session, something. We are up to ideas, as long as you have the money and time to implement them. Don't ask my time, my money to implement your ideas, because a good idea is an idea that can be implemented using your own sources. Now, I'm not doing a formal opening. Professor Poulos will do it, our vice president. And I wish you a nice day for the 2 days. Most probably I'll see you tonight during the Greek night, if you are coming. And that's my purpose here, to welcome you, nothing else. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Dr. Papanikos. Well, good morning from me. Welcome to the Athens Institute for Education and Research. I'd like to welcome you to this conference. Just a few words on the Institute itself before we get down to the formal activities of the day. Atiner was established in 1995, and its mission is to act as a forum where academics and researchers from all over the world can come together in this historic cradle of democracy, Athens, in order to exchange ideas on their research, to interact with each other, and to discuss future developments in their disciplines. Basic activities of Atiner include the organizing and hosting of international conferences and symposiums, carrying out of research, and the production of various publications. And since 1995, Atiner has organized more than 350 international conferences and other events, and has published close to 150 books. Atiner has also organized numerous roundtable discussions and public speeches on topical issues. The Institute is also currently involved in an ambitious project regarding the proposed establishment of an academic village And the aim is to establish a community of research scholars and academics. And the proposed village will include a conference center, living facilities, as well as facilities for research and recreation. You'll find more information in the green paper in your file. Well, turning to today's formal activities, you should each have a program by now. And of course, if there are any parallel sessions, you will of course choose which sessions to go to. Please note, and this is important, that each presentation is limited to 15 minutes. Chairpersons will keep time and will use 3 and 1 minute reminder cards. I'd like to ask the chairs to adhere strictly to the time constraints. Please allow for questions and discussion after all the papers have been presented and not after each paper. The chairpersons must also fill out the report forms that they'll be receiving. This is important because the final program will be based on chairperson's reports. Should you need to make use of technical facilities in your presentation, please confirm that everything is in order before the session begins. There'll be someone from the admin staff to help you in this regard. And there will also be a coffee break between sessions in true Greek style. You can stand there and continue with the discussion of the papers and interact with each other. You should also consult the social program, which is red in color in the file. Greek night tonight is to be recommended. Apart from Greek cuisine, there will be lots of Greek music and dancing, and you can join in if you like. And then, of course, there's the urban walk tomorrow. The person in charge of that is Dr. Gregory Katsas, and you'll meet him tomorrow. And then follows the cruise to selected islands and the visit to the ancient site of Delphi. A few words on the issue of publications. The Institute is involved with various publications. Firstly, there are the abstracts which are published. We are aware of the fact that some institutes require this type of publication, and we do put this on the web a few days after the conference. Secondly, the papers that are presented are placed on the web as part of an online paper series soon after the conference, and these have their own ISSN number. They're not peer-reviewed, but they can of course be cited. The purpose of this publication series is to firstly disseminate information in your paper as quickly as possible, and secondly to allow for feedback in case you wish to make amendments before submitting your paper for publication in the book. If you don't wish to have your paper put on the series at the moment, you can let us know. We'll hold on to it until you've made any revision, and then we'll put it up as soon as you notify us to do so. And then with regard to book publications, you'll receive an email soon after the conference asking you for the final draft for publication consideration and any other information that may be relevant. All papers that are submitted will go through a referee process before they'll be considered for publication in the book. And then finally, Atiner has also commenced with its own journal series. We started with this at the beginning of this year. And these journals include papers which are considered to be outstanding in content and which are selected and peer-reviewed by an editorial board. On the issue of collaboration, we at Atiner would also like to collaborate with other institutions, such as the ones that you're affiliated with. And academics, researchers, and institutes are invited to collaborate with our institute on research and education projects. So if you have a project that you're interested in and you'd like to get going, get started with it, you can always come and let us know about it, and we can collaborate with you, get the ball rolling from our side, organize a mini conference, seminars, and anything else that would be of interest to you as well. And of course, if you're not yet a member of the Institute, we'd like you to join and assist with reviewing and editing the papers. And part of our vision is also to organize fellowships, visiting fellowships, and we are now in the process of discussing this. Well, I think that there's just a few more words that I need to say before we go on to the first session. Colleagues, as is clear from the program, we've come from so many different countries, and we hope that you'll make the most of this opportunity to interact with each other, and to enjoy this conference, and that you'll go back home with fond memories not only of the conference but also of Athens. And most of all, of course, that you'll want to come back to future conferences. Right, that's all I have to say. Thank you very much, and enjoy the conference. And,